Breaking news which is coming in now. During the night of the 6th to the 7th of May, Pakistan's army resorted to arbitrary fighting, including artillery shelling from posts across the line of control and the international border opposite Jammu and Kashmir. 3 innocent civilians have lost their lives in indiscriminate firing and shelling. The Indian army is responding in a proportionate manner. This is indicative of a massive flare-up, and I am reading out a statement from the Indian army. I'm repeating that statement. During the night of the 6th to 7th, so that's the overnight situation, the Pakistan army resorted to arbitrary firing across the including artillery shelling, as we've been reporting, including artillery shelling from posts across the line of control and the international border opposite Jammu and Kashmir. 3 innocent civilians lost their lives in indiscriminate firing and shelling. The Indian army is responding in a proportionate manner. All right, so this is important. Let's bring in Sunil Prabhu also for a quick word on this. Sunil, this is initial information coming in from the Indian army. It's confirmed, it's a statement. This is important. It's a dynamic situation. There are casualties on Indian side. It's not over as yet. It is very much a fluid scenario right now, not just in the air, but also on the ground along the line of control.
That's right. I think our armed forces are at the state of preparedness, and as you rightly pointed out, an extremely fluid and dynamic situation, and extremely tense. Right through the night, the Armed Forces Chief as well as the entire security establishment have been closely monitoring the situation, including the Prime Minister. And as they've said in a statement to and briefed their various counterparts and allies, they have very specifically said that they have, targeted non-military targets, and with extremely careful precision, but also with great restraint, maximum restraint, but wanted to strike at the root of terror, where India has been affected for decades. And that's the reason why no less than the Indian counterparts have been telling everybody concerned that what we have done is where terror has been emanating, be it the Jaish-e-Mohammed, be it the LET. These are camps which our security as well as intelligence agencies have been monitoring for months, if not years. And that's the reason why they wanted to ensure that this will be seen as a deterrent, to ensure that in future, that whenever you attempt to do any kind of horrific killings as we saw in Pahalgam, there will be an equal response. And I think from cutting across party lines, Vishnu, there's a bipartisan support, political unity.
Let me just quickly go across to Aishwarya Jain as well. Aishwarya, a couple of important developments this morning expected to take place. There's that all-important press conference we expect, but also a meeting of the Cabinet Committee on Security. What's happening in Delhi in the hours ahead?
Well, senior officials are present at the Ministry of Defence just behind me at the Raisina Hills, and they had been constantly monitoring the situation overnight as well. At 10 a.m. is the press conference that would be jointly be held by the Ministry of Defence and Ministry of External Affairs, and post that it would be first the Cabinet Committee on Security, the highest body that deals in the national security, and post that it would be the Cabinet meeting in which, of course, the government will be sharing the details as far as India's strike on Pakistan is concerned. But the Cabinet Committee on Security, remember, this will be the third time when Prime Minister will be chairing that since the Pahalgam terror attack. Important decisions had been made in the past, and now when India has already striked Pakistan, it is further decisions to combat the operations that are taking place, as it has been stated that the joint operations by all the 3 services had taken place, and in regards to that, of course, important decisions can be taken for the near future. So important meetings will be likely be chaired. Prime Minister Narendra Modi is at 7 LoC Kalyan mark currently. He had overnight closely monitored the entire situation, and in the upcoming few hours we can see more movement in 7 LKM.
Army artillery firing has begun at LoC in Kupwara, in addition to Poonch, Rajouri and KG sectors as well. This means that entire LoC, Jammu and Kashmir sectors now have been lit up fully by artillery crossfire, is what Shivarood is reporting. Shivarood, what else can you tell us? We are looking at 6 a.m. We have been on this story reporting every aspect of it since 2 on NDTV.
That's correct, Maria. We're reporting major escalation by the Pakistan Army in the Tangdhar sector of North Kashmir. This is in the Kupwara area where we've been reporting from. There are images coming in of damage on the Indian side. There is extensive damage also on the Pakistan side. I am sure that there will be casualties of some kind on both sides, because this is not small arms fire of the kind we've seen in the ceasefire violations over the last 2 weeks. These are heavy guns being used, possibly 155 and 130 millimeter artillery, medium guns and heavy guns being used for this huge escalation from the Pakistani side. And the images that we've got from Tangdhar suggest that civilian areas are also being targeted by Pakistan. That's playbook stuff as far as Pakistan is concerned. They've never respected the terms of the ceasefire agreement at any point of time. Of course, that ceasefire is meaningless right now, given the escalations that have taken place for the last 2 weeks, in addition to what India has done last night as part of Operation Sindoor. We can confirm that artillery escalations and a crossfire between India and Pakistan is taking place in Tangdhar. I'm not sure about Uri, but they're definitely happening in Bhimbar Gali and Rajouri Poonch, south of the Pir Panjal, which is the Jammu division of the line of control at this time.
What we can also share at this stage, and this is an army statement, and I'd like you to reflect on it. The Pakistan Army has resorted to arbitrary fighting, including artillery shelling. We've reported this from posts across the line of control and the international border opposite Jammu and Kashmir. 3 innocent civilians have lost their lives in indiscriminate fighting and shelling. The army is responding in a proper. So, just to come to your point, and I think this is important, that there will be casualties on our side. There have been casualties on our side. The situation remains fluid, not only on the air even now, but certainly along the line of control and the international border. Shiv, go ahead. All right, we'll come back to Shiv in just a moment.
9 different targets.
Go ahead, Shiv, go ahead.
9 different targets, Vishnu, across the international border as well as the line of control in Pakistan-occupied Kashmir. I apologize, I didn't get your audio for a moment there. That's why the late start. But ranging between 100 kilometers inside, whether it is Bahawalpur in Pakistani Punjab to Sialkot and others, which are a little shallower in, to places like Kotli, which are 10 to 15 kilometers inside POK. This range of targets basically covers terrorist infrastructure across the board. I've just received a briefing note regarding the importance of these targets and why they've actually been chosen. And I want to read this out. I want all of our viewers to listen to this very carefully, because this is authentic information that I've verified. Bahawalpur, as we've been saying, Jaish-e-Mohammed headquarters, planning hub for major attacks including Pulwama. Murid K is the Lashkar-e-Taiba headquarters, 2611 Mumbai terror attackers actually trained over there. Gulpur is a launchpad for attacks in Rajouri and Poonch in 2023-24. Savai is an LET camp linked to Sonmarg, Gulmarg and Pahalgam attacks. Kotli, bomber training hub, 50 plus terrorist capacity. Sarja and Barnala, close to the line of control and international border near Akhnur, used for infiltration and training. And Memuna, Hizbul Mujahideen camp near the Pakistani city of Sialkot, just south of Multan. So these terror targets that have been hit and decimated by Indian precision missile strikes we are told, phase 1 of Operation Sindoor, which means that the escalation we're seeing now could potentially trigger phase 2. What that is, we will not conjecture. We will have to wait and see.